Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of our Hantawaddy campaign here in Europa Universalis 4 with the Meiou in Taxes mod. So we're back for another episode, and in between episodes I have noticed something. So in the vast majority of in a lot of previous episodes, I've been complaining about the lack of an event to convert my subject, but lo and behold, there's an actual decision to do that. That I did not know about. Yeah, missionaries from Hantawaddy happens, so they will get an event. Whether, I assume there's a reasonably small chance that it will actually succeed. But it says that their capital will nonetheless get at least maybe 10% Theravada Buddhism. Yeah, up to 10% will be converted. I thought 10% was the least that could be converted, but I guess it still makes sense because, 0 is still smaller than 10. So it's interesting stuff. Also, as I am recording this, the well, it's not 1 point anything, it's 2.0.2.5 patch has been released. I, however, I've not actually downloaded it because I read on Reddit that there are some compatibility issues. There are some nice additions, mainly just patching stuff that doesn't work properly, like the loyalty of your estates and some other small things. Although the whole loyalty of estates thing was the main one that is relevant to us anyways. There were some changes to the tribes. For example, in the new version, tribes are normally at 30 loyalty instead of 50, which makes playing as a tribal nation a lot harder. So yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna bother updating, to be honest, because I just don't feel like it's worth it, as we are far enough into the campaign to where I don't want to accidentally break something. And the fixes brought by the patch do not weigh up for the fact that we might break the campaign as a result of the patch being installed. So yeah, let us go ahead and send some missionaries to our subjects and see what they will think about that. But again, it's not a optimal decision, it's still just like a, hey, please, would you consider converting, instead of like, bitch, I own you, I get to do what I want, be my religion, asshole. Yeah, no changes. Then again, it might be like an event doesn't happen immediately and whatnot, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. Would be excellent though if we could convert them. It might take a couple of tries before it would succeed. So but I've no major ambitions of integrating this guy anytime soon, if ever, so it's not a biggie. I mainly just want him to be a bit more loyal. Subjects, he's no, he's not loyal enough at all whatsoever. Wow, okay, yeah, the population has actually kind of, wow, that is actually pretty bad. That is actually pretty bad. Because he is now so populous that the penalty to him being a vassal is actually, or the loyalty penalty is actually quite large. Also, yeah, I have some of these quote-unquote, colonial charters. They're basically just random provinces in the edge here that I decided to make a charter just so that I could reduce revolt risk a bit. Expenses. Right, you have an expense, I guess, but why do I have to pay for that? I don't know. We can pay off debt, and don't see why I would do that. So we could do this. We could placate the ruler, changing the liberty desire by -10, but how long does that last? I guess we need to find that out. But it doesn't really say, as far as I can see. But this does let us start trade diversion, which is the whole point of this vassal, other than the fact that I just, it's safer to border a vassal than it is to border anything else, really. So it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it still kind of does right now. Anyways, we are expanding into this general region, and wow, that didn't take long. You are already salty at me. How come? What I do to you? Events, province defections, and provinces developed by Overlord. I assume that might be the conversion problem. It didn't convert though, so it's not like it worked or anything. But oh wow. Okay, never mind. This is the event. Claiming has been obstructed. Yeah, so that didn't work. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's very pissed now. Or he's going to be. Or never mind. Maybe okay. So maybe the event came after I noticed it. Yeah. It adds up. 19.8. Okay then. Still though, he is still reasonably loyal. I don't really need his army or anything, so having him give me trade power is kind of a bit more worth it. Kind of like getting that trade money from the Bengal node. Let's see. All of this looks fine. Yeah, my court got fucked in the previous episode, so I'm currently working on getting it back up. Whether this is the up... Okay, I don't know. Let's just update a bit. Yeah, get it up there a bit, and then see if that does anything. I want it at least 30%. So... Ouch. Bengal has broken the alliance. Why? But why though? Not only that, they just hate me. Wait, what? We need a positive... Oh, that's... Oh, man. Now I'm getting, like, flashbacks to... What is that shit feature in Victoria 2? Jingoism. Fuck me. Like, bitch, I'm the player. Surely I should be the one to decide whether or not my relations with this guy's good. Like, friendly. We are friendly. What are you on about, game? Irritated over claims. You're claiming... Wait, you're claiming me? Yes, you are, bitch. It'll go away in like 30 years or so. As long as he stays friendly. Or maybe not. Nope, no, now it's neutral. Fuck. And now he doesn't even want to anymore. Fuck you, Bengal. I'll burn you to the ground next time Delhi invades. I should get a claim on him. I want this city, actually. Chittagong right here. Big city. A lot of pop. Give me. I'll culture convert this shit, and like I think this is actually the biggest city in the entire nation of Bengal. Where's Dhaka? It's like a tiny province. Nah, yeah, here it is. Yeah, fucking hell, the capital. Is that not the capital? Do I even get to see where the capital is? Presumably, yeah, no, okay, never mind. The capital is up here in Barind. Okay, that's why Dhaka is so small, because yeah, everyone moved over there. Also, yeah, my capital, Dagon, is officially bigger than Hantawaddy. Yay! Now I get to feel a bit more confident about my moving capital and whatnot. So that's good. Let's see. This province, we have a commune hall here now. I built that in the beginning of the episode, so we can get a town hall. And then once that's done, we can build a university and really get that education going. Also, I cancelled my alliance with Sukhothai. Because I want to invade Khmer, but Khmer is allied to Vientiane, and Vientiane is also allied to Sukhothai, so the idea is to invade Sukhothai, fuck up Vientiane, burn it to the ground, and then force him to cancel his alliance with Khmer, and then take it from there. That rhymed. But yeah, I really need to figure out how to get some Malay provinces. I need 4 of them. But they're all vassals of Majapahit, and Majapahit is quite strong. I'm reasonably sure I can beat them in terms of army. Yeah, their tech is piss. Well, it's not piss, but it's like dirt? I don't know. I don't know, like a not so harsh version of the word piss. Help me out, comment section. But I need a bigger navy, I think, if that is to really work, because I need to like block them a bit, and you know, I need to avoid them from blocking me, and there are things to be done here. There are no big boats yet. So what I'm thinking is we might spam a bunch of war galleys, because there's a lot of inland sea here. Although then again, A lot of the important, yeah, the most important straits, this one right here, is actually in the open ocean. If we look at the regions, it's not within this inland stuff. So is this even? No, it looks like, wait. Yeah, it looks like there is an ocean zone right here, the Straits of Malacca. Okay, so there are two ways of entering? No, there's not. Wait, where's the strait from these islands to... Okay, so they're there. Right, so that's how you get across. And it looks to me like that strait crosses through the ocean of... Yeah, it's called Straits of Malacca, so I assume that's like the thing. Gifted of a blah blah, sure. Lose 5 legitimacy? Yeah, that's not good, but I'm not going to take those penalties. It's going to be gained back in a couple of years, not a big deal. Yeah, I need a navy to be able to block this. And then a bunch of other stuff. Gifted Sunni. No. I might be able to tolerate some good old pagans. But Sunnis, no. No, thank you. We're not doing that. Sunnism, you can see what happened over here. Like, fucking, you get events that are historical as Southeast Asian countries that spread Islam through influence and whatnot and trade. You can see a bunch of provinces that were not Muslim in the beginning of the game have turned Muslim. There was only like a bit of Islam on the tip here. And now there are... Yeah, there's Muslim minorities all the way through. Okay, it looks like a lot of them have actually gone away, but there are some. Yeah, like this random province. There was no Islam here in the beginning. This province has Islam in it. I did not conquer it in time. I did not save the Monic peoples from Islam. The reason I prefer paganism over Islam is pagans are easier to convert to my state religion. The artisans are pissy. I don't want to lose stability, even if I have a lot of it. Still doesn't seem worth it to lose stability. I don't know, I might just... I don't know. Well, in this mod in particular, you should probably never want to lose stability, but stability... I've been... Other than, once again, other than one unlucky title or privilege revocation early on, I've been super lucky with my stability. It looks like they removed the stability penalties whenever your estates ask for privileges and stuff. And that has made... Yeah, speaking of privileges, I should provoke a privilege. I did want to start getting rid of those ceremonial memes from the greater nobles. So we're going to do that, I think. Get some more discipline. Well, I was about to say discipline back, but it's more like gaining the... Getting that discipline for the first time. So come on out. Oh, of course they accepted. I'm God. I'm in God incarnate. Wow! There was not even an option to get rid of it. Holy shit. That's super unbalanced. That's awesome. Lovely. Also, you rebels over here. Yeah, we're getting very close now to stopping being bitchy so that I can finally cordon on place. Hey, and yeah, let's just get stability 3 while we're at it. Fuck, can I do some more revocation? This is ridiculous. I cannot, because, yeah, 4 months, that's, you know. Yeah, I should probably start preparing for war against Ayutthaya, actually. Because I still have a truce with Sukhothai. Actually, it won't... it's not that long until that ends, actually. Then again, I still have a royal marriage, and I would like... I would prefer if my... Nah, my king is actually really young. He's probably not going to die anytime soon. Skeptical. Ah, really? It's not a good trait to have. Like, I get that you're skeptical and all, but do you have to be public about it? Can't you just pretend to be religious? Come on, man. After all, it's Buddhism. Can't you do whatever the fuck you want in Buddhism and Hinduism? Like, if you like, there are stories of like Hindus in India. Like, whenever Christian missionaries show up, they're like, "Hey, man, Jesus and stuff. That's awesome." And then they'll, the locals will look through what the Christians have to offer, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this whole Mother Virgin Mary thing, this is a good thing. We should totally worship this." And then they start worshipping it, but they don't stop worshipping all the other things they worship. And then the priests come back and they're like, whoa, no, you don't understand. You have to only worship Jesus and the Virgin Mary and whatever. And they're like, what? Nah, man. Come on, that's unreasonable. I mean, why not both? Why not both? That's the quote of today. Why not? Why not both? Honestly, surely God or whatever will understand, you know. He should, like, he's all knowable and all knowing and all a bunch of stuff, so he should be able to understand why people would want to worship whatever the fuck they want, because that's literally how he created us. Potential religious discussions aside, let's actually wait until, yeah, let's improve relations with these guys, and then we will try and send some, here we go. Okay, so you can lose stability. What on earth? I could have sworn that was not a thing. But, I mean, of course we didn't actually have to lose stability, because this is a very lucky campaign. Speaking of worshipping gods, I need to worship the stability gods or whatever. Which, yeah, I'm Buddhist. Buddhists are allowed to worship gods and stuff. In practice anyways, Buddhism can be treated as an addition to an existing religion, as long as that religion tolerates you adding stuff to the religion. So you can still worship stuff and things, which a lot of Buddhists do, like, you know, Japan is filled with that, like Shinto belief. I don't know if that's in this game. No, it's just Buddhism. But Shinto, like the quote-unquote pagan religion of the Japanese, you know, it's not called pagan because pagan generally refers to European pre-Christian religions, but it's still like a people's religion. No one sort of sat down, like, it was not a single person who just sat down and made up Shinto. And when I say made up, I mean, like, you know, I'm not implying that necessarily he just made it up out of thin air. There might have been some religious god or whatever that, you know, that's not for me to say, but pagan religions and stuff like Shinto and Hinduism are generally more, you know, a collection of a people as a whole's belief instead of just the words of a single prophet or book or, you know, a small group of prophets. I don't know, Hinduism might be a bit more complex because Hinduism, that's like what Hinduism is. It's always a bit more complex than you think. Holy shit, fucking hell, Hinduism. Good fun religion though to learn about. I'm studying religion in this semester, by the way, and the previous one, but this one focuses on Hinduism, which is why I'm a bit, you know, interested, if you will. Off-topic bullshit aside, we will give the nobility a bit of stuff, although here's the thing though, someone should do the math about this. Like, whenever you refuse a privilege to the lesser nobles, you lose loyalty. But can you honor a noble house faster than you lose loyalty as a result of your you know, constantly refusing them privileges? Because honoring a noble house will make them demand privileges faster. But is this supposed to just be a temporary solution? Because I want to get long term here, because the loyalty of the lesser nobles have been shit all since I demoted a bunch of greater nobles, and I want to demote more greater nobles in the future. So I need to know how to get long term friendship with the lesser nobles. Then again, it might make sense to just, you know, say fuck you to the lesser nobles for now. Demote a bunch of the greater nobles, that for some reason pisses off the lesser nobles way more than it does to the greater nobles, and then start making the lesser nobles happy. Then again, I assume it would cost more money if I did it that way, but, you know. Well, I guess we should still try and keep them over the red level, you know, we should keep them at least at 14. I guess we don't get any bonuses for having them at 14, but we know we shouldn't get any penalties either, so in general it seems to work out. Anyways, how are our relations? They're getting there. But yeah, of course I just wasted all my money, so that's not good. But I mean, it's not like I need a big army to beat Ayutthaya. They have no friends and no hope or any future or nothing really. I do still want their land though. Oh, interesting event. Early absolutism. As our administrative technology increases, our absolutism level can increase, providing us with a more centralized state. We get improved centralization until the end of the game, which gives us extra maximum centralizations. I guess this, yeah, it's I guess maybe you can't change the gains from technology? Maybe that's not moddable, and that's why they have to make it a separate event. Because of course absolutism in this game is not actually absolutism, it's centralization. Which, once again, like, Paradox, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you not implementing absolutism? Or, I've said it before, like, communication efficiency. Such like a fundamental and basic feature that every Paradox game should have. Because it's so obvious. Okay, maybe not Victoria 2, but any game before that should have that feature. Oh shit, there's a famine going on? Hold up. Yeah, the Ming are asking for stuff, but I'm kind of hoping I will be able to avoid going into debt here. Then again, I don't want this event to go away. I don't want... Nah, we should be fine. Get some cash, pay the Ming, and move on with our lives. How bad is it? Oh god, yeah, everyone's hungry. I'm trying to remember back to the videos and stuff that introduced this stuff and stuff to try and, I want to understand why exactly this is going on. I assume the people have been left alone for so long that, yeah, because it's not prominence trauma that's causing this. So even if I don't know, I would assume it has something to do with the fact that there's a huge rural saturation. Essentially, there is more people than there is fertility in the land. Of course, in this period, land fertility did increase quite a bit, but the mechanics for that have not been implemented yet because they generally involve the Americas and crops coming from the Americas, because that's the general rule of grand civilization. Europe and, well, Eurasia had all the awesome animals and all of the plants that were super easy to domesticate, but in the long run the Americas had all of the long-term plants. Like, once they, domesticated potatoes and corn and all of that shit, they had the best plants. But then of course the Europeans showed up and just took them, and it's not like they stole them, but they still they still took them and was like, hey, now we have all the best things in the world. And then they spent a couple of 100 years memeing about, and then they conquered the world. And yeah, I don't need to explain this stuff to you. Oh, okay, there's actual culture conversion progress going on here. I could have sworn this stuff was actually bugged, but it is actually happening. It's extremely slow, of course, because it's been like over 100 years now. I mean, what, 150 years soon? Holy shit. So this is probably not going to finish by the end of the game, but it's there. What province did I just look at? Yangwei. So this place is being culture converted. Okay, so yeah. So it's in my culture group, but it's not accepted. So it's converting as fast as I can make it. Then again, I forget exactly what determines culture conversion speed, but I think the autonomy of a province has a big part to play. And I think a big part of why this province in particular is so autonomous, despite being relatively close to the capital, is because of tribes. I wonder if we can actually see that. No, we cannot. Food shore. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing because I am stupid. Eastern Monarchy. Yeah, controlled by tribals is 0.5, which is way more than any of the. Well, no, okay, so yeah. Still, though, it's at least the same as the autonomy problems caused by communication efficiency. So really, getting rid of the tribals is the thing that would be needed. And I still do not exactly know what the tribal percentage need to be at before they stop controlling the province. It's at 20%, or bare, yeah, 20.1 right now. So if it is 20%, then they will soon enough come into control of the greater nobles, I assume. Forget what exactly determines whether or not the lesser or greater nobles take it. It might just be random, actually. But we will come to see. There's quite a bit of tribal settlement. Got a bunch of settlement gravity here. It's not like I did anything to cause that, but it's there, so, you know. Still though, pretty good, pretty good. Hopefully we can convert that shit by the end of the game. Spread our glorious Mon culture. Because whenever you look at other provinces, like this province, there's no progress. As far as you... But there is! Interesting. Because... Wait, am I actually retarded? I think I'm actually retarded. I might actually just want to stop this Let's Play. Because I actually honestly think I have autism. Whenever I've been checking whether or not the culture conversion actually works, I've always been clicking on my... I've always been clicking on these provinces, but of course they're already of my culture, so it's no wonder that the fucking province data tells me nothing, because it's... Oh my god, I'm stupid. Holy Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. Oh my god, that's just horrible. Yeah, look at that, 55%. Why am I'm so dumb. But look at that, 55%. Why is this so much faster? Okay, wait, so this province is actually converting? Yeah, it is, but it does not actually border my culture provinces. And this one that does has noticeably higher culture conversion progress. But it still does not entirely explain it. I really shouldn't be speculating about this stuff because I don't... Excellent communication. Yeah, well this one has quick. Is that part of it? Because like the autonomy is not that different. I mean, not to merit 8% versus 55%. I guess I've owned this province from the start, which is maybe part of it. So I guess maybe the autonomy here has been low for a lot longer. But I conquered this province really early, so I don't know. It might also be this patch version, which is not entirely functional. I know I read something about culture conversion in the patch notes. So that might be part of it. But I am not sure. Alright, so I decided to invade Ayutthaya. The war's been going on for some time. I ended up losing an initial battle because I did the whole don't loot them stuff. Because I don't want to burn down my future land. It proved to be a bit of a mistake, to be honest, because they, you know, that did not stop them from burning my land to the ground. So, yeah, because of course you lose a bunch of morale when you choose not to loot. So I actually had to call up the tribes. Which is a nuisance, but you know, that is life. Oh, here comes Khmer invading. Okay, that's potentially not optimal. So how did you survive? You have no men anymore. You have 84 men! 84 dipshits just running away. Fuck off. I deserve the stack wipe right there. Alright, so I'm going to be blobbing quite a bit because it doesn't look like there's much penalty to doing so. The only problem is not getting this province, although I hope the Khmers will take that so we get a nice little border. This will also, yeah, you know, incorporating this whole area is just nice. It means that any future wars with them will be a lot easier. Well, it'll be a lot less back and forth anyways. And that's nice. So I think we'll just do this. It's barely any overextension as well, so, you know, why not? Thanks for the noble levies. Did I hire noble levies without realizing it? No, I did not. I hired tribals. I know for a fact I did that. No marriage. Honestly, the fact that you get that event every time is a bit silly. So the tribals will go home. I don't know, is there... Once again, it doesn't say anything here about any penalties for taking the max amount of loot. I hope, like, the tribals won't be bothered. Then again, I think you can see... Okay, I can't see it right now, but you're supposed to be able to see, like, the cost of raising their troops, which I know you can, but of course you can't do that in peacetime. So that's a nuisance. Hey, here comes the Berbers. Yeah, they do indeed claim stability. I guess I've just gotten so lucky that I just sort of assumed that that was not the case. Autonomy? No, we're not doing that. That is just beyond unacceptable. It'll cost them income. Yeah, boohoo. Boo fucking who. Iotine separatists. Wow, yeah, you guys are salty. How big will that rebellion be? Tolerably, acceptably. I think we will be fine. Yeah, we have to wait for that. Yeah, anyways, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I'm reasonably sure that this has been long enough. I had quite a bit of rants about stuff that didn't matter, so that has a tendency to lengthen episodes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.